Yeah, I mean, like I told like them. I'm from a small hood in Marcy.
Don't trust our opinion. Don't trust our opinion podcast. It's your boy back in the building. It's your boy OJ.
It's your boy Kev.
Here we are once again, doing what we gotta do, man.
Right.
This is someone that's creeping up in one of my favorites, Joey Diaz, man. Really enjoy his stand up. So this one is called Mom Starts to Fight. Joey Diaz's Mom Starts to Fight.
Let's get into it.
All right. This whole thing started when I got hit in the head with a lunchbox when I was like 5.
He got run
In
into.
kindergarten, right? I didn't play hooky. I didn't want to eat a fucking lunch school. And they made you bring a lunch. But on the corner was that hot dog dude that had the fucking orange drinks with the aluminum foil on top. For $1, you got like a hot dog and one of those fucking drinks, you lost your mind. So my option was after like 3 days of bringing my mother's lunch, I said, fuck it, I'm gonna take the lunchbox, I'm gonna get a hot dog and take the lunchbox and dump it in the Central Park in that little lake with the pigeons and shit. And I'll tell her I lost it and fuck, that's it. I'll just go on a hot dog diet till I fucking die, right? So, third day comes, I snap, I say, fuck it, I go up to the corner, I get a hot dog, I walk to Central Park. I'm just about to dump this fucking Beetle lunchbox, whatever the fuck it was, in the thing, and these 3 little Irish, Puerto Rican dirty fucks come up to me, right? And they're like, what's in the lunchbox, cocksucker? And I'm like, so I could have given them the lunchbox, but my mother was going like, don't let nobody fuck with your lunchbox. So something in me, I'm like, I'm not giving you this fucking lunchbox, right? Like, just like that. I had like a sandwich in there and chips and shit. And then, I think I should correct myself. They didn't hit me with the lunchbox. They hit me with the fucking thermos in the head. And you could hear the glass and shit, right? So at the time, I was like a little, like, that was my first battle. See, you guys, you're young. You don't remember Bruce Lee. Like, before Bruce Lee, Chinese people were very timid. They walk around like, all fucked up and shit. You know, once Bruce Lee came, he changed everything for a lot of fucking people. And I was one of them. I was an immigrant. You know what I'm saying? I came from Cuba. I didn't speak the language. But once Bruce Lee started bitch slapping motherfuckers, you had a spokesman if you were an immigrant. You know what I'm saying? Even if you weren't Chinese, it didn't matter. You had a fucking spokesman now.
You know what's funny? Like, out of top 10 people that I wish were still alive, that didn't pay one of them, Bruce Lee would be one of them.
Yeah. I would love to see how his take on even martial arts right now would be, like the whole UFC and shit. That would be dope to see him.
Yeah.
You know they giving him a 30, is it a 30 for 30?
Word? They give him a
Yeah,
30 for 30?
like water or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I seen that.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see it was a 30 for 30, but I seen like a commercial for it.
Yeah,
Like that.
I don't know if it's a 30 for 30, but it's like a little documentary form.
Yeah, man.
It's called Like Water or something like that.
Any guy, there's videos of him playing ping pong with nunchucks. Like, that's insane. Anybody that's that in tune with their body, man, gone too soon, man.
Right.
So sad.
You know what I'm saying? I came from Cuba, I didn't speak the language, but once Bruce Lee started bitch slapping motherfuckers, you had a spokesman if you were an immigrant, you know what I'm saying? Even if you weren't Chinese, it didn't matter. You had a fucking spokesman now. So I was fired up. So I lived on Bruce Lee, Kung Fu, and shit after I got hit in the head with the fucking lunchbox, right? And my mom was a single mom at the time, so she made me stick up for myself and shit. But that wasn't nothing. That was just a prequel to what I was gonna go into. My mother, after a couple of years of being single, she got scared because I was always around women. My mom was hot and she had hot little fucking dirty women around me. She was always worried about me that this kid's gonna be soft and shit. So she hooked up with this fucking guy, Juan Tuero. And Juan Tuero was a no-nonsense type of guy. He moved in, and at night, for some reason, he'd stay in every night, make me banana milkshakes. And he taught me how to be a man. Like, he teach me how to fold my clothes, how to make my bed, how to wash myself and put underwear on, how to put VO5 in my hair and grease it back and shit. Oh, this motherfucker was smooth. And then at night, he'd play the guitar for me and sing Spanish songs. It was okay. So about 3 months into it, I'm off for the summer. And he used to be a bookmaker in the Bronx. They had a dry cleaning operation in the Bronx on Tremont Avenue. So my mom woke up one day, she goes, you got an option. You can go to Tremont with him, or you come to the Met game with me. Now, my mom was a big motherfucking Met fan, so we wouldn't even take a car. She was a Met fan. She didn't want to fuck around. She wanted to make the national anthem and batting practice. So she'd take a cab. So my mom was a serious fucking crazy bitch. When she got in a cab, it would be 1970. She'd throw a 10 spot on you just so there'd be no misunderstandings. Like, this is the direction we're fucking taking, okay? This is the route. Don't fuck around. I gave you a 10. Put the clock on, and I'm going to tip you over there. Don't worry, I'm going to scratch my pussy and smoke pot back here and drink and mix cocktails. But don't worry about me. It's me and my son. And my mom was fucking wackadoo. So she gives the guy a fucking 10. We're on the way, and the guy decides to take a better route. What a fucking mistake. What a fucking mistake.
I mean, his mom knew what she wanted, man.
His mom was a thug, actually.
Yeah.
His mom was a thug. I was watching, like off camera, I was watching. Do you watch the Mike Tyson podcast, Hot Boxing?
Somewhat, yeah.
It's a really good podcast.
It
I
really
saw
is,
I saw the one with Joe Budden.
Yeah, I was watching the one, Joe Diaz was on it. He was talking about, he was talking about his mom's. I think his mom was into some shit, like into some illegal shit. Like she was doing some shit. She was a real gangster.
Wow. Mike Tyson and Joey D. Yo, Mike Tyson with any celebrity is must watch. Like Mike Tyson is must watch.
That's what make that podcast
Yeah,
so
bro.
good.
I seen when he was there with Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah.
Was it Sugar Ray Robinson? I forgot.
No, Sugar Ray Robinson.
Oh, he dead?
Nigga
So-
old as fuck.
Bro, both the Sugar Rays is the same to me.
Hell no, you being disrespectful right now.
Nah, like they both name is Sugar Ray. And they both,
That's about it.
That's true.
Well, yeah,
Well,
nah, he
Sugar
got
Ray,
Leonard. Yeah.
Sugar Ray Leonard, and the way this man broke down and just cried, bro. I'm like, damn, like Mike
Yeah.
Tyson is just must watch
Right.
anything.
Right.
I can't wait to see him fight again.
Ooh, you want to see him fight?
Yeah, he's gonna fight.
I don't wanna
He's gonna fight
Who he
again.
fighting?
I think he's gonna fight like.
Yeah, he's
this-
already training.
Yeah, he's gonna fight like in some place in Asia or something like that.
Or like an exhibition match?
Real fight.
Yeah,
A
like,
real fight against
yeah.
who though? If he fight, Mike Tyson's one of my favorite fighters of all time.
Yeah.
But if he fights like any of these heavyweights, I don't see it.
Of course not. He's not gonna fight a heavyweight now. They'll beat his ass.
Yeah.
But
And I heard of one when he was on MMA too. He might do a UFC exhibition match.
he better relax with that one too. But if he has like an exhibition, like on some Floyd Mayweather shit. Remember when Floyd went to I think it was
that
Japan or something like
yeah.
that? He had like an exhibition match against some
That shit
dude.
was shaky as fuck. You see
Yeah,
it?
Floyd was chilling the whole time. Floyd's a real asshole, bro.
Dickhead. Shout out to
But don't worry about me. It's me and my son. And my mom was fucking wackadoo. So she gives the guy a fucking 10. We're on the way, and the guy decides to take a better route. What a fucking mistake. What a fucking mistake. He hits traffic. So now him and her are arguing. And this is when, no offense to nobody, this is before fucking immigrants came. Like, this is when there was white cab drivers. Like, this guy was like fucking taxi driver. He was a white dude with like the fucking glasses and a beard. He was a bird.
Yo,
So they
wait,
get
hold on,
to my
pause it. Yo, when's the last time you seen a white cab driver?
Nigga, do Uber drivers count?
No.
Nah, they don't count.
Damn,
like a
bro.
white New York taxi cab or any cab like
Bro.
besides Uber.
Oh my God.
Now that
son.
I think of it,
That's-
damn, immigrants really took that job over.
I seen a white Uber driver, a white Lyft
Yeah.
driver, but
But never
taxi
like a
cab?
taxi, like trying to catch a quick cab.
Nah, never.
It's always an immigrant, right?
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah. That's
Before
good.
fucking immigrants came, like, this is when there was white cab drivers. Like, this guy was like fucking taxi driver. He was a white dude with like a fucking glasses and a beard. He was a burly guy. So they get into an argument on this BQE or whatever the fuck they're going. And my mother makes them pull off. So she goes, I want my $20 back. They start arguing about the $20, the $10, whatever the fuck it was. And the guy's like, I'm not going to give you the money back. So my mom goes, fuck it. All right. So she gets me out of the cab. And the guy opens his door. What a fucking mistake. And my mom pushes him and takes the ignition keys out. And in doing so, she cuts her hand. Big fucking mistake for this cab driver, right? So my mom knew how to work the fucking blood angle. So I'm like, Ma, you're bleeding. She's like, don't worry about it. I'm going to call the fucking police. I knew deep down in my heart my mom wasn't calling no fucking cops, right? So she goes to the payphone. She's wiping the blood on her face. She's a badass bitch. That's a Cuban Jewish woman. She knows there's a payday coming, right? She's wiping that fucking blood on her face. She looks like fucking Carrie, right? When she got hit with a bucket, right? I can't believe they remade Carrie. Is nothing fucking sacred? Is nothing fucking sacred? Julianne Moore, you cocksucker. So So, my mother's on the phone, right? But I hear her talking in Spanish. The police department, they don't talk fucking Spanish. It's 1970, right? They don't talk Spanish. She hangs up the phone and she's telling the motherfucker, the cops are coming, bitch. Sit tight. And this schmuck is actually believing my mom. He's sitting there waiting for the cops with no ignition. So my mom had this dry cleaner / bookmaking operation on top of the dry cleaner. And her partner was Nelson. And then my dad worked for my mom in that office. So about 10 minutes in, I see the Mustang pull up. And it's Nelson driving, the Puerto Rican. And my stepdad's in the passenger seat. And they get out of the fucking car. And I run over like a little fucking half a frag. I run over and grab my dad. I'm like, you're not going to believe it. He hit mommy. Oh, my God. And all this shit. And Juan walks over to my mom, and he sees the fucking blood. And I had known him at this point, maybe 6 months. His demeanor just changed. Like, he just got fucking pale when he saw the blood. Like, he couldn't fucking believe it. And he just looked at the cab driver, and he grabbed me by the hand. So I walked up to the cab driver with him. And he didn't speak no English, right? He spoke like broken English, like, hey, what happened here? Whatever the fuck, right?
What happened here?
What happened here? ¿Qué pasó aquí, cojones? What happened here?
Yo, I love this dude, man. It really be like that, like, you know, like, we live in New York, so we come across, like, all types of cultures all the time. And, bro, when I tell you that's, like, one of the most said phrases for, like, a Hispanic immigrant, what happened here? That's like, what happened here? Like, yo, they say that shit all the time,
You sound like
bro.
a regular New York.
Yeah,
shit.
honestly.
Like, this some shit like, his story is something you see in New York all the time.
Yeah, honestly. That's crazy. I love
Cab
this.
driver with him. And he didn't speak no English, right? He spoke like broken English, like, hey, what happened here? Whatever the fuck, right? What happened here? ¿Qué pasó aquí, cojones? What happened here? What happened? I want to know what happened. ¿Cómo se dice? How do you say what happened? What happened here? What happened here? So the cab driver, that fucking bitch, she fucking took the keys and went to lease to another. Now the guy had glasses. All right, now one thing for sure, I was in the PAL on the corner, the Police Athletic League, and that's the first thing they teach you. Don't hit nobody with glasses. And I was like sending it to him telepathically, like Carrie. I was saying, don't hit a motherfucker with glasses. So he was holding my hand. All of a sudden, finally, he let go of my hand, and he pushed me like an inch. Like just a fucking inch.
It's going down.
He just went at this guy, guys. It was beautiful. He just started fucking punching this motherfucker. Pulled him down. He's punching him right in the fucking Queens. Just punching him in the face. It's New York in the 70s. Nobody's saying dick. It's fucking mine. He's just punching this motherfucker. He's just hitting him. You motherfucker. And the guy's head is banging. And I'm like drooling. I'm fucking loving this. Bruce Lee could suck my dick. My stepfather's the king of New York, motherfucker. Fuck Bruce Lee. That's the movie. This is the bad Bronx. And he's fucking this motherfucker up. Right? And Nelson's standing there, my mom's standing there, like nothing. And I'm like, ha. And the motherfucker's standing there. And the next thing you know, the cops really come, right? But the car was double parked, the cab was double parked. And they couldn't see the guy getting beat up. So they got out like 20 feet away, and they got up like to see what the disturbance was. But Nelson and my stepdad were too badass. They got up, and I saw Juan do like a dick. And I go, this motherfucker's got a gun. They're going to shoot the cops, right? No, he was going in his pocket. And he did something, and he cupped his hand, and he greeted the cops. And when they both went up to me, he just shook the cop's hand, but he blocked the guy on the floor. It was fucking beautiful. The guy's on the floor squirming for his life. And Juan and Nelson, like, fucking beautiful day today. And all of a sudden, his English was perfect. Beautiful fucking day today.
I love Joey Diaz, man.
Yeah, his stories are really
Yeah, man. I really like that. I'm so shocked I never seen him before.
right.
It's crazy, man.
They're going back and forth talking about the Mets and the Yankees. And finally, after 8 minutes, the cop goes, what's wrong with that guy? He got an argument with my wife. He came out and he fell or some shit. And that was the end of that. They go, fuck him. They got out. And here's the beauty. We never talked about it.
Wow.
Half of you motherfuckers gonna have like a family meeting when you saw it today. It will never happen. We
That's
never
how my
fucking
family
talk
is.
about it.
That's a fact. That's how my family is. Like, anytime something went down like that, we never had no family discussion. It was just a normal day. It was like, Mom got into it again. Mom beat somebody's ass again.
Nigga said, he said, well, what you saw today, you'll never see again.
Yeah.
Like that.
That shit don't happen in my house.
Yeah, I mean, I never really had a family either. Like, you know.
Crazy shit would just happen like that all the time. I don't know if it's a New York thing. I don't know if it's like a New York poor thing, because Joe Diaz was like an immigrant, so he could kind of relate to us in that aspect.
Yeah. But it's like, I don't know. It's like, ain't shit to talk about, man. Like, you know, you already know your family.
Yeah, it's a fight, you know?
Yeah.
That's it. About today.
And I see him throw a beat on a guy like a year later for hitting a dog. Right? I saw him fucking destroy a guy for hitting a dog. Then about a year later, I saw him shoot a guy on 148th Street at a Santeria party. Dig this one. He shot him in the fucking leg. I loved it. We even went to Riverside Drive and threw the gun in the Hudson. We never talked about that for years. In 2006, I was eating with my stepfather, and I'm like, hey, remember that time you shot Nico on 148th Street? He's like, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. But it's weird because it's funny and stuff, and you think about, you know, whenever like something happens at a school now, or there's like a problem with a kid, I always think about, fuck, you know, I grew up in a house with no artillery. Like, this motherfucker had silencers, he had fucking guns, he had knives, he was tremendous with a straight razor. Tremendous with a straight razor. Fucking amazing. I seen him shoot a guy one time with the pepper spray. He was tremendous with pepper spray. He was just a man of 1,000 weapons. And I don't fucking shoot nobody. I don't carry weapons, so it didn't affect me that way. But for years, I thought, was it going to affect me? And I got into fights, and I got beat up. I'm no tough guy. But then something weird happened. I got married in 90 because I got this girl pregnant. Right? And it didn't work out, right? I went to prison, got out, knocked her up, and it didn't get work. And then we had a kid together, so I tried to be a father, you know, and then the divorce didn't work, and it was basically around this kid. She was 4, you know, and this is what I found out about Juan afterward. Like, as I got older, that the reason why he babysat me at night was because he was on parole for bookmaking. Listen to how bad this motherfucker was. He wasn't allowed in New Jersey. Lawrence Taylor is allowed in New Jersey. Tony Soprano is allowed in New Jersey. My stepfather was not allowed in fucking Jersey. This is what gets better. So it's funny because 20 years later, I'm married, I'm going through hell with this chick, and she's got a boyfriend who thought he was a fucking tough guy in Boulder. And he'd always say little things to me. And I knew I was gonna fuck the guy up. It was just in time. The problem was I had 2 felonies. I had 2 fucking felonies. So if you bitch slap somebody, you make it a good one. You gotta stab them and shit. Yeah. Because if you're walking on ice, you might as well dance, right? So if you're fucking walking, so in the back of my mind, I was just starting to do comedy, and I had this new direction in my life. But I knew these motherfuckers were getting away with murder, and I knew I had to do something to this fucking guy. And I knew the day was getting close. So one day I pick up my child. She's 4 at daycare, and we're driving home. And I'm talking to her, and she goes, "Daddy, what does spick mean?" And I go, fucking spick is a derogatory word for Spanish people. You know, it doesn't bother me because I grew up in Jersey. I hear it all the fucking time, right? No biggie to me, but she was in Boulder, Colorado. Why should she hear this word? And I go, where'd you hear it? And she goes, every time you call the house, John calls you that. That was her stepfather's name. And I knew right there in the car I was going to stab this motherfucker that day. Facts. So I pulled over. I had to meet them. Like I would pick up the kid at 3 and have it till 7 on Wednesdays. Then all day Sunday, and this one Wednesday, I picked her up and I had to drop her back off at 7. And that was the day that the kid told me there was a spick thing, right? And I go, fuck it, this is the day this guy's going down. So I had to meet him at a Safeway. And I pulled up to the Safeway, and there he was with his little fucking slippers on, his little fucking shirt on and shit. And I got out and I left the baby in the car, and I felt really bad. I had the 2 felonies, and I go, this is it. I already had a plan. I was going to bitch slap him, and I was going to call my friends in Jersey to send me money for a fax machine so I could fax Jay Leno jokes. From prison. I swear to God, I was gonna do like 3 years. I was just gonna fax Jay Leno jokes. This was the fucking plan I had. I already had a plan. Some people go to prison without a plan. I was going to prison with a fucking plan, okay? You laugh all you want, motherfuckers. Big difference. So I pull up to the Safeway and I look at this motherfucker and I get out and I go, John, I know we've had problems before, but I gotta ask you a question. Did you say spick when I called the house? And he goes, no, I didn't. I go, fucking John. She's 4 years old. She got blonde fucking hair and blue eyes. She couldn't hear that fucking daycare because they call Mexican beaners. Spit is never fucking used. So say it, and I'll let you off the fucking hook real fucking easy. And he looks at me, and I can tell he's getting nervous. And also he's like, I'm calling the police. And I go, before you call the police, I'm going to give you something to go. And I stare him down. I fucking punch him with everything I had. And I felt really bad about it. I hit him with everything I had. Everything bad that ever happened to me in my life. I took it out on this cocksucker at that minute. And I punched him. And he looked at me all weird. And he goes, I'm calling the police. And I go, bam, one more fucking time. And then some lady's like, yeah, I'm calling the police. You know, some fucking Republican. No, bitch. She's trying to fucking bitch.
Karen.
Call the police. They fucking call the police on me and shit. Like a bunch of fucking whatever. And so I'm there with the baby trying to play like, you know, the good dad and shit, even though I fucked up. And 2 cops pull up. But I knew the 2 cops because I worked at a car wash and they used to always come in. And we talk about the Broncos, whatever other mind fuck I had on my mind. And they come in and like, oh man, what's up? And he's like 30 feet behind me. So I got to the cop first. You know, and I'm telling him my story. He called me a spick. You can't disrespect me. You know, blah, blah, blah. And the cop's like, no, Joey, I got your back on this. Forget it. You're done. So he writes me a fucking ticket. Here, I got these 2 felonies. I got like 3 joints in the car. My little daughter's in the car. This guy writes me a ticket and lets me go. John's got a nice pack on his fucking eye. And when I look back, I fucked up because my little girl was crying. And that's where it gets ugly. I didn't fucking cry when I see my dad beat up the fucking guy, but times are changing. Times are fucking changing. Thank you guys very much.
Love that, man.
Joey Diaz, man.
I love how it all came back.
Yeah, it all came back to show like the new generation.
Yeah, he was the kid seeing his parents.
And now she was,
I love that, man. Yo, I really fuck with Joey Diaz.
Joey's becoming a legend on the channel.
Yeah, he is, man. I like this guy, man.
Great stories.
Yeah.
Always a good ending.
Yeah.
Like keeps you engaged. Funny.
Love this guy, man.
And he real too. That's
He's and that's what I'm saying. Like I love that, man, because it's relatable, man. And it's just so especially he was from the tri-state area.
Right.
You know, he stays in New Jersey, New York, so it was like man, love Joey Diaz, man. We're gonna be reacting to him again, guaranteed, man. I love this dude, man. Don't trust our opinion. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit us up on Instagram, DMs, all that.
Thanks. Yep.
Yeah, you know, I mean, like I told, like, I'm from a small hood in Marcy. I come from a project. I come from nothing. Like, people very poor. That's where I came from. And to be not only a star in your neighborhood, and to be a star